All right, it is 9:26. We were back on record out of executive session. No decisions were made. I'd make a motion based on that whole conversation that we forego permanent easements on our upcoming beach renourishment project.
Second.
Further discussion. David?
I'll disagree. I don't think that we should be going onto people's properties without their permission through an easement. That's my kind of opinion, so I will not support it.
Yeah. So what happens, David, when we don't get an easement? You're an all or nothing, don't do the project?
I think we should at least try to go down the path of getting easements before we make a determination that we trespass on private property without permission.
Okay, and then what?
We'll have to figure that out when we get to that point. But
Okay.
I think the path forward at this point is, let's try to get easements.
Other comments,
I
questions?
have a question, what
Yeah.
the timing is on that. How long,
On what?
getting signatures and,
How long did it take for 60 down
Couple
here?
weeks.
Yeah.
It
how
was,
long
so
do we
we,
have?
well, we would need to, we'd need to start tomorrow. And we would think that I think it would not be quite as painful as it was last time, because we've been through the kind of,
But the timing aspect is months.
yeah, I think it would be, I think we'd be very lucky to have them all in place prior to June. And I guess the concern would be, we were not successful last time. I think we're probably prospectively not going to be successful in getting 100% of them this time. It's just much more challenging to implement a project if you don't have 100% because of the amount of sand that would be getting placed. It would be impractical to have a project that's not done 100%.
With a hole in it somewhere, yeah. Scott?
And a temporary easement is not an option. or-
I think it would be an option, but we were not successful in getting temporary easements last time.
100%.
Not 100%.
I think we had three
Three or four
holdouts.
handouts, holdouts,
And we didn't go as far, I don't think. That's what we have to go this time.
yeah. Well, and Douglas, to your point, last time was an emergency work, smaller berm. I mean, this is full-fledged renourishment, right? So, I mean, a hole is just not practical.
Right, that's correct. In response to David's point, those owners technically own out to the mean high water line. We have talked to Stephen about the practice, so they do not own, when they're working out on the active beach, that is below the mean high water line. So you do naturally close the gap, and at the end, you're on their property. But then when they're working out on what we all think of as the beach, that is not their property. They're working on the state's property. It's not until the two projects, the existing property and the project are completed. And quite frankly, and Stephen has said, if somebody protested us, we could build the project, have a separation between their escarpment and
Our
the rest of our dune, leave a gap. That gap would
Probably fill in naturally.
would fill in over time naturally. So I think if an owner were specific about us not working on their property, we could work below their property up to a point and leave a gap. I don't know that an owner would want that, but if somebody was that adamant, they could make that request.
Not
to
a
us.
gap along the beach, but between our dune and their property.
That's correct. At the existing
Yeah.
High water.
mean high water mark.
Right. We would have a continuous project.
Right.
Yeah.
They would have a gap where that existing escarpment is.
Other questions? Have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Oh, no, wait. All right, let's do hands. Yeah.
And maybe-
All those in favor say aye. Opposed?
You ain't gonna pass.
Motion dies.
Oh, a deadlock.
So it's 4-4.
Yeah, so
It fails then.
It fails, yeah.
Somebody get Katie on the phone.
So we're going after temporary easements.
We will talk.
I don't think we have any guidance one way or the other.
Yeah.
So do we make another motion to go after?
No.
Easements?
Well,
You could to see if somebody on the voted originally against it changes their mind, but
You're probably, yeah,
But what's your,
directionless until.
yeah, what's your direction out of here?
We would not start getting, based on that, we would not start getting easements tomorrow. I mean, I think there would need to be direction given by council.
Another motion.
So we, or we,
I
I
think
mean,
you'd have to have.
We'd be
you'd
failing
have to have a
either. We're gonna be failing
conclusive-
either way.
You'd have to have
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
conclusive.
We're in a deadlock,
Changes
yeah.
their mind.
Okay.
but we've got, Mac, you mentioned earlier, on the 10th, we've got our workshop, Ways and Means, whatever. Before that, we're going to have a hearings. We're going to have a special council meeting anyway on the 10th from 4 to 5.
Yeah,
So we could take it up there.
yeah.
Maybe test the waters, yeah.
Yeah. There being no further business.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Off record at 9:32.
Real quick, Bobby Simmons, all he needs to do is go